Welcome to the Spotlight Project Presents. With special guest, artist and jewelry designer, Gloria Edwards. In the spotlight, the multi-talented Justin Stewart. Along with a new play by Nick Zagone titled, I Can't Think of It Right Now, starring Chelsi, Rhule, and Demitrius Arnold. And now, please welcome your host, the very talented actress and director, Becky Chamberlain.
Welcome back. Here at the Spotlight Project, we'd like to remind you that this is a live broadcast where anything and, well, everything can go wrong and will. So, I'd like to welcome you all to episode 7 of the Spotlight Project Presents. As you know, we had to cancel our last I'm going to pull it together here and we're going to do this. We are. As you well know, we had to cancel the last broadcast due to the wildfires just outside of our town. We here at the Spotlight Project Presents want to thank each and every person who battled the fires on the front line. And all of those who dedicated themselves to keeping us informed, thank you. And a special thanks goes out to all of our community members who set up pet evacuations, prepared meals, and provided lodging for our brave firefighters. And to those of you who stood ready to help their neighbors in any way they could, this broadcast is dedicated to you. Thank you so much. Tonight we have a great show for you. Joining me is artist Gloria Edwards, the multi-talented Justin Stewart, and a new play by Nick Zagone starring Chelsi, Rhule, and Demitrius Arnold. But first, here's the newest episode of the Mountain Kids Minute with Avery and Chelsi Rhule.
I'm Avery Rhule. Welcome back to Mount Kids Minute. I'm going to show you around the pub, but first, let's go get my new drink from the new coffee shop. We're at the new coffee shop in Uptown Oak Ridge. We're going to go order my drink. Come on. We're at the pub, guys. Come on, let's go to work. Here at the Three-Legged Crane, my cousin Matt is going to be helping me co-host. To do that. I'm Avery Rhule, and this is my cousin Maddie, and thanks for watching Mountain Kid Minute, everybody. Wait, are I supposed to pie someone?
Gloria. Hi. Thank you for joining us. I have here today with me Gloria Edwards, and she's going to be talking with us about her art, where she uses precious metal clay as a medium. So this work seems very technical.
Yep.
It's very, you have a time constraint when you're working with it. So you pretty much have to know what you want to do prior to doing your piece. This isn't like regular clay work where you can like choose, oh, is this going to be a bowl or a plate or a cup? With using this medium, you need to know ahead of time, is that correct?
You do. You need to have your idea of what you're going to make in your head or drawn out. And you need to have all your tools right there, because as soon as you roll it out, it starts to dry.
Okay.
And if it does, you can spritz it with water and let it sit for a few minutes. And you save all the little shavings once you do everything, because that's silver. You put it back.
Yeah, you could reuse it,
you
correct?
reuse it. So, yes, you have to work fast.
So I think we have some pieces to share with our audience tonight. Let's take a look at those. Okay, so talk to me about this piece that's up right now.
I wanted to learn how to set stones.
Okay.
You have a bezel that it goes in. This is a tiger's eye, I forget, and you can't fire it. It's when you fire the clay, it's 1200, 1400, up to 1600, and it doesn't have the ability to be fired. So you make the bezel around it. You use slip to put the bezel on. You bake it, and then when you take it out, you put the jewel in and push all the teeth around it.
Okay, so you're applying the stone after you fired the piece.
Yeah, there's some stones like zirconians and peridot and onyx and things like that you can set and fire all in place.
Right.
So,
But there's some that you cannot.
no,
because
you can't. Yeah,
of the temperature.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see what else we have for you, from you.
Okay, this is like one of my favorite pieces. I enjoyed doing this. That is a onyx. It's called a cabochon.
Okay, yes.
And the silver around there is, I extruded it from a syringe, and you braid it, you wrap it, or you use slip, which is the liquid.
Right.
And you use that to put it around there. Then you take the slip, you paint the whole thing, you draw what design on it, and then you take a toothpick and pick away what you don't want.
Oh, okay.
Then you fire it, and now that fish is pure silver now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do we have another clip of Gloria's? Okay. Ooh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Okay, that is a silver, and the coloring is enamel. It's enamel powder.
Ooh.
Once the piece is fired, then you take the powder and you put it where you want it, and then you take a torch and melt it into place.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So you've been learning that, you've been using this as a medium for your art.
Yes.
Were you an artist before this? Is it something new to you?
It's new.
It's new.
Yes.
So you saw this medium and you loved it.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
we just had a beautiful clip up. Let's see that one more time. There was a set of
the
earrings, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yes. What is? Tell me about this. That's
Okay,
beautiful.
those were, I just did those last month, and same thing. You can't set the stone.
And
but
what's the stone
You
there?
know what I forgot? What that-
Oh wow, it looks like
yeah.
turquoise to me. I have bad eyes, but
I
I'm
forgot
from
what
here.
Yeah, and so I had a template. So I drew out the larger template of that shape, and then there was a smaller one I put in the middle, and then the same thing. You make the bezel, and then set the stone, take it out, fire it, and then put the stone back in and push the teeth up around the stone.
So you've learned this craft, this art.
Oh, that's my ring.
Oh, here's another piece. So
Yeah,
that
that's
is beautiful. What are we looking at
That's
here?
a ring I made. It's the stone in the middle is a peridot.
Okay,
And the two
yeah, that's my first
stones are
stone.
zirconian. And that was my first ring that I made. And making rings, people, they don't really like to do that much, because it really is more challenging to get that, because the gravity wants to stretch that as you wrap it around the mandrel. So you have to just work fast.
Yeah. So you're a nurse,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
that's your full-time
Yeah,
job.
I work in Eugene.
You work in
Yeah,
Eugene.
yeah.
And so in your free time, you are pursuing this art, which is
Yes.
just fabulous and
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And you've even taken some classes, if I understand correctly,
sorry.
to learn how to teach
Yes.
this art.
I took a certification. It was a 6 weeks course. And they gave you a syllabus. You had to make whatever was on that syllabus. You had to do all these techniques. And then it's sent in, pictures are sent into Clay World, it's called. And
Okay.
they judge it. And if they like it, then you get certified. If they don't, you can retry.
Okay,
So,
and how'd that go for you?
I got it on the first shot.
You
so.
got certified, all right.
I am certified,
So
yes.
do you have plans for teaching? Is this something that you hope to share with the community at
Well,
some
you
point?
know what? I didn't know that people would really be interested in what I made until I got invited to one of the art shows here.
Yes.
And I sold pieces. I didn't even know what I was supposed to be selling it at.
Yes,
Somebody had to
I
help
love
me.
that.
So I'm figuring I'm going to start doing this more because I'm planning on retiring in about a year, hopefully, from
Okay.
nursing. And I would just like to do this full time. I make quilts. I make, things like that. So I want to just spend all my time doing those things.
Well, our home audience, who I now have pulled up on my phone, is commending you on your beautiful work.
Oh.
Jonathan Chirilla, thank you so much for your comments. He says, beautiful and nice work, Gloria. Jessica Howitt Rankin, who has not only graced her presence on our stage, but she's also an artist,
Oh, cool.
is commenting. And yeah, so this is really fascinating. So we are all about people sharing their passions and their arts in this community. That is a
Yeah,
big part of
I
who
love
we
it.
are as a community. So I'm sure you will have no problem finding students and or people to share your talent with.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get going. I'm thinking that I could probably do this now.
I think
So-
you could. Well,
So,
thank you,
yes,
Gloria, for
you're
being here.
quite
It was
welcome.
such a pleasure to have you on
All
our show tonight,
All right.
and I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much.
You are so
Okay,
welcome.
All right. So,
So you just stay there. You just stay there. So if you have a special talent and would like to be a guest on our Spotlight Project Presents, please contact Holly Olson at Oak Ridge Talent Scout here on Facebook, or you can visit us at www.thespotlightprojectpresents.com. Now it's time to be amazed with our newest edition of Magic Hands. So I would like to introduce a very special guest tonight. I have Justin Stewart here with me. Hi, Justin.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
He is not only a mixologist, but he holds very many other talents that we will talk about later. For now, we're going to talk about his mixology and where he learned this art. And so let's see. Hi.
Hello.
So, you're a master mixologist. Tell me what that means.
So there's two types of bartending. The first is somebody that makes, simple drinks like, rum and cokes, vodka, cranberry, stuff like that. And then there is bartenders that like to create their own recipes. And the
Okay.
art of that is called mixology.
All right.
And so over the years of bartending, I kind of have learned to make my own, have a little fun with it, and once we get to it, you'll see one of the things that I can do.
All right. So you have worked in the Oak Ridge area for quite a few years. Is that how you got your start in mixology?
I got my start actually helping the Moose Lodge in town. We had
Which I'm
one
a
of our-
member of. Albee. They're a very
Excellent.
good organization.
And we had a long-standing bartender up there that ended up leaving, and so they needed somebody to fill in, and I had time.
And you were it.
Yeah.
All right. And so this is how you got your start. I'd love to see what you have to show for us tonight.
Absolutely.
All right.
So the drink that we have is called the Rainbow Shot, and it is, well, it's like building a rainbow in a glass and then seeing if we can pour it out just to make the same. So
Okay.
I'll leave the suspense so you guys can see what happens at the end.
We're very excited. I'm most excited because I may get to try one of these.
All right.
All right.
So we are going to start with grenadine, 1 ounce.
Beautiful.
Okay. Then we add our ice.
All right.
Bear with me, it's kind of melted a little
It's
bit.
melting. We've had a lot of difficulty.
I don't want to put too much water or the drink won't work, so. Yeah. All right, now we're back on track.
All right.
Next thing is orange juice, 3 ounces.
Okay.
Fun fact, a lot of people always think in a bar, if you have to measure, if you don't go all the way to the top that you're robbing them, the line exists for a reason. It's so you can walk all around the bar and not spill it like I'm doing. So,
Take note.
There you are.
Take note. They're thinking of your safety, really.
All right.
So those shots are 1.5 ounces, and so 2 of them equals 3.
Correct.
You get where we're going here. All right.
And rinse and repeat. This time we're going to use a sweet and sour mix, 3
Okay.
ounces. This is one of the slower drinks to make, but you'll see why, because if I mix any of it, it won't work.
I'm sure it's worth it.
Oh, yes.
I'll tell you. in
Super
the
fun.
end.
All right.
I'm having fun.
And last but not least, the booze.
The booze. All right.
Oh, vodka, 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
And
That's not much.
no, it's not.
No, you put so many other ounces of things in there. I think that's minor.
This is one of those safe drinks that you can get away with doing. So.
Perfect.
And blue curacao, blue curaçao, blue curacao. Depending on where you live in America, they all say it different. It's an orange liqueur.
And it's blue.
All right, and are we ready?
I am.
Let's
Are
see.
you? Okay.
Did the magic happen?
I think it did. Oh, yes! Woo!
There we have it.
Awesome! Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That is definitely a rainbow. I think you will all agree at home. If you need the recipe, you know where to find him. Shall we?
Yes, and see, here's the cool thing.
Okay.
I was the smart one. These are the weaker ones. Those are the stronger ones.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's delicious. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so in addition to this amazing feat, you also have other talents, namely that you are somewhat of a pool shark, I might say, or
Yes, so correct.
all right, correct.
The pool shark is normally talked about if you would do bets. So
Right.
I do fun bets, but yeah. So we talked about how I bartend, but we didn't talk about why I got to the Moose Lodge, which was
Right.
my love of pool. And they happened to be the place, or billiards, or in this case, you might see trick shotting.
Right.
And so they happened to be the place in town that did pool leagues and all that. And I have been competing in pool for, let's see, almost 20 years now.
Okay, so what drew you to that? What drew you to pool?
As you'll find out a little bit later on, I'm somewhat of a nerd, and I love math. So geometry. I can literally, when I play pool, I can literally see the angles of the shots, and so therefore for me, it's like kind of putting a triangle together or a little puzzle.
Very cool. And so I believe in 2017, is that correct?
Correct.
You were the state championship. You won the state championship with the Moose Lodge
Correct.
for your pool playing.
So as everybody may or may not know, a Moose Lodge is an international organization, so all around the world you'll find them. So every year they hold tournaments, and there was a singles and doubles. Myself, as well as another member of the community, Christopher Ball, won the doubles title for state championships.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And I think we will have a video clip of you showing us some trick shots coming up here in just a moment.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then we'll be back with an interview with Justin after that. So stay tuned. Cheers.
This is the 3-rail shot. Happens to be my favorite of all the trick shots I know. Not because it's hard, but because it's fun to shoot. The idea is we're going to shoot off the left rail. It's going to hit the left rail, hit the back rail, make contact with the right rail, and finally make the 6-ball. There we are. For this trick shot, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot directly into the rail on the 1 ball and make it in the corner pocket. The fun part about this shot is you can have your friends try it first and kind of tease them a little bit when you make it look easy. This trick shot is called the Z-bank. The idea of it is you want to shoot the ball, hit the front rail, then the back rail, and then the front rail again and make the 5-ball. So the idea for this trick shot is we're in a situation where you're trying to make the 1 ball from the cue ball, and you can't shoot it going left, right, or forward. So we're going to jump it over and make the 1 ball. That's how it's done.
Welcome back. Well, that was awesome. And now I have Justin Stewart here in my amazing set to talk to you more about who he is and what he does in our community. So thank you for being here again, Justin.
Thank you for having me here.
So I'd like to start with your time in the United States Army Reserves and the Active Guard Reserve Program.
Yes.
I understand you spent 11 years with the Reserves. So what does being involved with the Reserves entail?
So the first 2 years when I joined up, I was really into, when I was younger, to muscle cars, and so I thought maybe becoming a mechanic would have been a good idea.
Okay.
So I joined up and I became a diesel mechanic. And I spent 2 years working with that. Well, during the time, my enlistment date was January 25th of 2002, and we all know what happened priorly, so
do.
that's one of the reasons that I joined. And oh my goodness, I'm looking on screen.
Don't look on screen. Look at me.
Well,
Over here, baby.
I almost want to tell you about that, but I'll stay on track because that's a funny
We'll
show.
wait on that for just 1 second.
But anyways, so doing that, I enjoyed doing it for a while, but I have an interesting brain that can memorize a lot of things, and so I decided to switch career paths. I went active duty in a program called Active Guard Reserve. It's working active duty, but you support those units, the active or the National Guard and the reserve units.
Okay.
But for all intents and purposes, you do the same job as an active duty member. However, to do so, I had to switch jobs, and I became what they call a unit supply sergeant. And I was in charge of $19.2 million worth of equipment during my time.
That's a lot.
And I did it for 9 years, both here as well as in Texas.
Okay. So, in addition to all of that, in addition to all of your time with the reserves, you also hold several degrees and a bachelor's degree.
Correct.
So you have, if I understand it correct, degrees in...
I have an Associates of Arts Organ Transfer degree, which is a degree that you need to go to the University of Oregon for my bachelor's. I have an Associates of Science and an Associates of General Studies.
Right, and then your
And then my bachelor's degree is in computer programming, which is most people know, but it's called computer science.
Okay. And so this is a lot of work over a lot of years. What's your goal with all of these degrees? What is your end hope that what do you see for yourself?
You can create anything with this degree. And that's the beautiful of it.
Okay.
Is you want to work in the medical, every single one of those machines, that's my job. You want to work on technology, that's my job. You want to work on your vehicle, that's my job. You can do anything. So my goal eventually is to be freelanced and make my own thing. Talk with people in the community like we're doing this type of thing and work on projects and design and build.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That is really amazing. So you took something and made it into something that you could potentially serve a much larger audience with.
Absolutely.
Awesome. In addition to the fact that you're a master mixologist, you're a little bit of a pool shark, you have all these degrees, you've worked with the reserves. I know it seems like there couldn't be more, but there is. I know. Let's also talk about your music.
Yeah, so my hidden talent, I guess you could say, is that I sing. And again, referring back to the Moose Lodge is where this got started.
Yeah.
While doing this, I helped run karaoke with Demitrius, Arnold, and we all three together helped the community for about 2 years. And
You
we
did. I was there.
a lot of fun and a lot of shows. But
Yeah.
part of that is the only way you get a break as a bartender is you get on stage. And so apparently I found a hidden talent I didn't know I had.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you so much for being here. You are an amazing guest. You have so many talents. It's awesome. And we'll be back with you in just a few minutes with our newest segment, In the Spotlight. So thank you, Justin. I appreciate you being here so much.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you again in just a minute. So before we do that, we have another wonderful episode of Community Corner with Katrina Davis.
It's Community Corner with Katrina Davis.
Hello, and welcome to Community Corner with Katrina Davis. Today I'm joined by Mike Kenyon in his woodshop. Thank you, Mike, for joining us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate having you here. Well, as I look around, I see you have quite a variety of skills and talents. What is your background in wood restoration?
Basically, I saw where a retired Forest Service person was putting together a trails group because the Forest Service didn't have the budget to maintain trails anymore. So I got interested in helping with crosscut saw work, and that's kind of where it started with.
Wow, wow. So you actually make the saw blades for the...
No, just
okay.
sharpen them.
Just sharpen them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And that takes about how long a blade?
If it's one I've done like last season, might take an hour and a half. If it's one from somebody's grandpa's old barn from Ohio that's been sitting there for 70 years, I've spent 4 to 6 hours on a saw before.
Wow. And is it sharpened every time it's used, or does it just depend on how?
About once a season for
Okay.
the regular used saws.
Mm-hmm.
If it's only used a couple times a month through the season, then it can go a good couple of years.
Okay, okay, great. I understand you also have a background in auto mechanics and car restoration. How did you get started doing that?
My dad, he was a truck mechanic.
Okay.
So he always told me to tell anybody how I got started was I was born with a monkey wrench in my hand.
Yes. That's great. That's great. So you've been at it since you were born.
Yeah, we restored some cars when I was a kid through high school, and then really didn't get back into it until just a few years ago.
Okay. Okay, that's great. And what brought you to Oak Ridge?
I just wanted to be in a community that was basically surrounded by Forest Service land, so it couldn't get any bigger, couldn't basically get any more populated, and something with a lot of outdoor activities.
You found your spot.
Yeah.
That's great. What has been your primary profession throughout the years?
Mostly actually office work.
Yeah. Cubicle stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you find the time to relax, what kind of hobbies or special interests do you like to do?
Recently just started playing disc golf at the new disc golf course and actually helping build and maintain it.
Great.
That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then I like running and hiking a lot, so
Great.
try to do as much of that as possible.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just driving around near the golf course, disc golf course the other day, and I saw a basket up on the side of the hill there, and I thought, wow, these guys really have put a lot of love and time into this course. That's pretty cool.
It's a challenging course. It's got some ups and downs.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, Mike, so behind us here, what do we have going on? What do we have? Is this the sharpening? Does it hold the blade so you can sharpen it? Is that what this is? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, real simplified, we have a tool that gets all of the teeth and the rakers to the same height along the arc of the saw. That's real important. And then we go through and clean out the gullets, and then we actually lower the rakers anywhere from 10 to 20 thousandths less than the teeth.
Oh, okay.
And for people who think crosscut saws are pretty crude, they're measured in thousandths of inches. That these rakers will be less than the teeth. And then we also spread the teeth out so that it's actually cutting a groove wider than the saw blade so that it goes through the kerf of the log easier.
Okay.
And that is done in thousandths of inches too.
Wow.
So it's actually quite a bit of exacting work.
Yeah.
And then we sharpen up the raker tips and then shape and sharpen the teeth themselves.
And so you said for one that's been used, for a season, an hour or so, one that's been sitting in Grandpa's garage 4 to 5 hours to get it going.
And I actually had a guy send me one from Ohio, and when he sent it to me, I was thinking, oh, you should have called first because there's nothing I can do for this. The teeth were literally about that tall.
Oh.
And he goes, I've got more money than brains. Do what you have to do to get that saw. It was my grandfather's, and I want it restored. 17 hours later,
Wow.
he had a working crosscut saw.
Wow. So did you have to replace? Are those replaceable? Are the teeth? Are those called teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you weld them? Or
If one is broken,
Uh-huh.
I can weld
Okay.
one back on.
Okay.
But typically, if they're really short, what we do is just come in here and grind down.
Go down. Okay.
Yeah.
So it loses a little bit there, but it can,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. So you made it. You made it work.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Another guy from the Midwest sent me a saw to sharpen. I said, how do you want it set up? You know, for hardwoods, softwoods, cut aggressively, cut smooth. And he goes, I don't care how you do it. I just want a saw because I want to teach my grandkids how to work. So I actually spent a little extra time making sure that one
was good to go. Great. Thank you for sharing that with us and for spending your time with us this morning.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll see you all next time for another edition of Community Corner with Katrina Davis.
There are so many talented people here in our community, and our goal is to give them a place to shine. Here, in our new segment, In the Spotlight, is Justin Stewart performing Lucas Graham's 7 Years.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking urban, drinking, burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. See my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was written about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. And soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still savvy. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a bigger one. I made a man so happy when the road a little once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
Yeah. That was awesome. So, this broadcast marks the 1-year anniversary of the founding of the Spotlight Project. Back then, a group of dedicated volunteers began rebuilding this stage here at the Willamette Activity Center. The project grew into what it is today, our live show, the Spotlight Project Presents. So here's a look back on how it all started. Good job, you guys. We are continuing to add new and exciting segments here on the Spotlight Project Presents. But in order to do so, we need your help. So please check out our GoFundMe page right here on Facebook and give what you can. And now, to close tonight's broadcast, it is my greatest pleasure to present Demitrius Arnold and Chelsi Rhule in a play written by Nick Zagone titled, I Can't Think of It Right Now.
Babe, it was the cutest thing today. I forgot to tell you. But when I picked up Timmy from preschool, the whole class was finger painting, you know?
Really?
Oh, well, just making a mess.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyway, when I got there, Timmy had this great big blue streak of paint on his face. He looked just like that movie. Like, I can't think of it right now. But in Scotland,
What movie?
in Scotland, with the swords.
A Highlander?
What was his name?
He looked like Highlander?
No. You know.
Highlander?
Babe, no, it wasn't Highlander. It was the other Scottish movie.
Oh, I know. Shrek.
No. What?
No, that's not what I meant. It's Shakespeare, right?
No.
Henry V.
No. Babe, is that even Scottish? Would you come on?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you know.
It's Pocahontas.
What? No, it had, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, that's it.
They look like Mel Gibson.
Yeah, in the Scottish movie with the blue face paint and the swords and they're battling on the moors, you know.
Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson.
You seriously don't remember Mel Gibson?
Nope.
God. He was the crazy guy in that one we watched with all the gunfights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty Harry.
No.
No, that's not what I meant. Is it Paycheck?
What? No.
Frantic.
No, babe, you're thinking of the other guy.
In the Line of Fire?
No.
Well, that had a crazy guy with gunfights.
Yeah, but it's the wrong crazy guy. The other guy.
Oh, Die Hard.
No, not that guy. That's the guy that's from.
Bruce Willis.
No. No, Mel Gibson.
All the Die Hard movies and
Yeah,
Signs.
Well, yeah, but no. That's the guy that I'm talking about, Mel Gibson.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We have the internet, all right? I'll just IMDb Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Okay, good idea. God, that was a good movie though, right?
Die Hard?
No, Signs.
Oh, there we are. Internet Movie Database. Look up Mel Gibson. Huh. Strange.
What?
I just lost connection. I'm not getting a signal.
Ooh. Maybe it's the aliens.
You know I don't like that.
I got a big imagination. I'm kidding. Try your phone. Where's your phone?
What was that other guy I was thinking about? That was, like Mel Gibson, like Signs.
I don't know.
The one with the kid who can see the ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
I see dead people.
Yeah, Ghost.
Ghosts, yeah.
No, that was the title. Ghost.
What? No.
No, I'm wrong. It was Evil Dead.
No.
No. Wait, The Haunting?
No.
No, babe, I got it. Was it Highlander?
Knock it off.
I'm just kidding. But we're trying to think of my movie right now, not your movie. Do you have anything yet?
Once I remember my movie, we'll think about yours, okay? No, nothing.
Well, I know what movie you're talking about. I just can't think of the name of it. But the movie that I'm talking about, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's why we have an iPhone. What's wrong with that thing?
The Sixth Sense.
No, that's...
No, that was the one with the kid who could see the ghosts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See ghosts. Ghost?
But it ain't working,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that one up with my own brain.
Oh, well then look up my Mel Gibson movie.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What?
Yeah. She was in a movie. She could see ghosts too.
That was Ghost.
Ghosts. Plural.
No, that was that movie. That was Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so babe, come back with me. We got Mel Gibson. He's in Scotland. He's got blue face paint and a broadsword.
Lethal Weapon!
No.
That was the movie with the crazy guy and the gunfights.
Okay, so did you get it to work then?
No.
Oh, well, what is going on? Look, babe, you saw this movie with me.
I did?
Didn't you?
I don't think I did. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, it won a friggin' Academy Award.
It did?
Yeah, there's battles and blood and blue face paint. And he gives this great big speech where he's like, blah, 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 they'll never take away our dignity or something like that.
Clint Eastwood.
What?
He was in Dirty Harry. That's the guy I was thinking about. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, forget it. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna use that computer. I'm gonna find the DSL. Because if we don't, I'm divorcing you. Because all you're thinking of is every single movie except for the one that I really need you to think of. And it's highly suspicious if you ask me. Oh, shoot, I can't go upstairs. Because I'll wake up.
Who?
Our child, the boy.
Oh, yeah. Upstairs.
Yeah, in bed.
In bed.
Mhm.
My son.
Yeah.
What's his name? Oh, God. What's happening to me?
Tommy? Oh my God.
Bobby?
No. Look it up on the computer.
I can't. I can see his face.
Yeah, today, beautiful face paint. Oh my God, it's this friggin' alien.
What? Stop it.
I can't.
No.
But we gotta find something with his picture on
Yes,
it.
yeah, that
Yeah.
thingy. With the thing on it.
What?
Something with his name.
Oh my God, check the friggin' computer.
I can't remember.
Oh my God, we have to look up. We have to look it up.
Look it up thing.
To find.
Find the thing that we
Find the thing that we left.
left.
That we didn't find.
Find out.
Because we can't figure out. Oh my God. We figured it out.
Let's all give a warm round of applause for Chelsi Rhule and Demitrius Arnold. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you so much for your careers on our stage, and we hope you'll be back soon with us. Of course. I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight. However discombobulated it might have been, we are doing our best to bring you a live broadcast. And our next live broadcast will be Sunday, October 3rd at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Thank you for watching the Spotlight Project Presents. Join us Sunday, October 3rd at 7 o'clock with special guest John Bree Crane. And our new musical segment, Oak Ridge City Lights. I'm David Jenkins, bidding you good night from Oak Ridge, Oregon. This has been a Spotlight Project presentation, giving local talent a place to shine.